indeed. Welcome into the podcast. This is the Guest Room Podcast for all you out there listening. I'm your host, Mike. That's Kevin over there.
Use.
That's Zach.
Every.
And that's KD.
Use every TV.
You were you were set up for
Hi, Zach.
quite possibly.
This is as disappointing in real life as it is as a listener.
I don't know what it is about my brain. I'm like, it's not that I have things coming to mind that's like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. It's just frozen.
That was without a doubt the best second chair word that
Right.
we've ever had. So well done already.
What it was about to prove.
There were about 3.5 million words that you could have uttered there, and you had to repeat it, and it took you about eight seconds to come out with TVs.
Yeah. No, TV.
TV, whatever.
What it was about to prove was that Andy was the problem.
Oh, no. We've always known I was the problem.
Andy has been a big problem in certain cases, but I think we just found the weaker of the weak links.
Oh, I was under no confusion that I was the weakest of the weak links there.
Yeah, let's get back to the lead that we buried. Andy's not here.
That's right.
His productivity numbers were dropping. He was insubordinate to his authorities. Frankly, his workspace was a mess. So we fired him. And in studio with us in the guest room, we have Zach. Welcome, Zach.
Thank you.
We're
Long-time listener, first-time
Long time, first time.
beer.
Beer.
How do you spell that?
I don't know.
And there, this is kind of appropriate because there's a familial tie, obviously.
Yeah. Does that make it nepotism?
Yeah.
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 That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
It's all right. We have a lawyer.
I don't have a problem with nepotism per se, as long as it's
Clip that.
Yeah.
as long like
will.
in my mind, I don't think there's as negative a connotation associated with the word nepotism as there is in the majority of people's mind. Is that am I wrong?
I don't know what's in the majority of people's mind.
Okay.
In the majority of our minds,
Like a lot of people talk about nepotism as though it's like
some evil thing.
on par with murder, etc. Murder, etc. And I think it's more like you swiped a Hot Wheel from your brother. No?
Wait, what?
Okay.
He's saying
Like
it's
on par with that sort of crime.
Oh, I see. Okay.
By the way, Murder, Etc. was the gang family that didn't do as well as Murder, Inc. Hey, listeners, welcome into the Guest Room Podcast. It's a podcast where we like to play trivia games and hopefully make you laugh along the way. Now, we have one game for you to play, and it's called the Secret Phrase Game. One of the hosts here in the guest room has been assigned a secret phrase by the other three hosts. It's your job to suss out what that phrase is and let us know what you think. At the end of the episode, we'll let you know how you can do that.
Could it be Zach?
It could absolutely be Zach,
Okay.
as he is a stand-in host for Andy at this point.
He is sitting though.
Well, that's right. Yeah, he sits on a
Throne of Lies?
All right, today on this episode of the Guest Room Podcast, we're going to be playing a little round of Jeopardy, which we like to call a Jepisode. Today's Jepisode has been prepared by Kevin. So, Kevin, why don't you run us through your categories?
Alrighty then. Category number 1, we're going to call diminution, which means shortening.
Okay.
Category number 2 is going to be before and after John edition.
I like that.
John?
Yes. All right. Category number 3 is going to be called more derves.
Spelling?
Well, you know about derves,
I do.
and more is M-O-R-E.
Okay, I just want to make sure you didn't want like an M-H.
No, I mean, you could spell it M-O-R-S if you wanted to be real cute and clever.
I'm glad this isn't a more furniture for less category.
Category number 4 is going to be called tabletoppers.
Okay.
Category number 5. Oh, you made that 2 words.
Yeah?
You and I are on completely different wavelengths today, which does not bode well for you in this particular board. Category 5 is prime time. How many words is it going to make it, guys? All right. Pro to me. And category 6, the guess filter, nursery rhymes edition.
Ooh. I don't know any, non-shockingly.
Well,
That doesn't surprise
we
me.
just found that out about one of them, right? Little Miss Muffet. Didn't we have a Little Miss Muffet question? That was a dream I had. Okay.
You dreamed
Watch
a
out for
dream.
future Mike episodes. There's a...
All right. So, do we have questions about anything here, fellas?
I have questions about all of them except for before and after John edition.
Okay. Which one would you like me to answer first?
Diminution?
Diminution is, of course, I will give you the quote-unquote short form of a name, and you have to tell me
okay.
what surname? Wait, is surname the first
No,
name or last name?
His last name.
The non-surname that it's derived from.
Okay. So that would be Jonathan.
That is an example.
Okay.
Jimothy.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Tomothy.
What else?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. Yeah. So we all know what hors d'oeuvres are.
Uh-huh.
These are hors d'oeuvres. So I will be taking a word that rhymes with or, and you will give me that rhyming word with or with d'oeuvres after as the answer to the various questions that I will ask you.
Okay. Tabletoppers, is that games?
It is obviously about tabletop games. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Is that all? Sure.
Yeah. We'll tackle prime time as we get there.
All right. Zach, that category is not about Deion Sanders, by the way. Zach, the board is yours.
Oh, what a privilege. Let's go before and after John edition for 100.
All righty. Here we go. Played the female lead in Grease and played the male lead in Grease.
Zach. Who is Olivia Newton-John Travolta.
Yes. That is correct for 100 points.
Almost had to
first-
call hold on my very first Jeopardy question.
Nothing could be more Andy-like. I
First
totally
blood
forgot,
from our guest
totally
host.
forgot this was before and after. I'm just like, John Travolta.
Okay, Zach, the board is yours.
200.
200. A place you can order a large tuna and played a big tuna.
Repeat.
A place you can order a large tuna and played a big tuna.
Oh, I don't know.
Mike. St. John Krasinski.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect, I think. But if you want to like prove something to me, then we can talk about it.
Katie.
KD.
Long John Krasinski.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. But if you want to try to prove something to me, I'll listen to that as well.
Silverman was in parentheses there.
Boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry. The answer I was looking for is Jimmy John Krasinski.
Oh, yeah. That's better.
Okay, so you're both going to take your negative points and run?
Yep.
All right, fair enough. Zach, the board is yours.
300.
300. Blue or yellow place to poop, and blue and yellow for Dustin Caller.
Katie.
KD.
Porta John Mayer.
That is correct.
I like it. Yellow and blue for Dustin.
Yes.
I don't know what that means, but they seem to enjoy it. And that happened.
The board is yours.
Let's keep it here for 400.
For 400. Strong giant companion of Robin Hood and strong wrestler companion of China.
Mike.
Little
John Cena.
That is correct. The board is yours.
B&A 500.
B&A for 500. Rocket Man and stereo above his head man.
Well, when you know 50% of the answer, that's great.
Which 50% do you know?
The first.
Do you know the reference for the second one?
I don't know. I mean, I know it's a reference.
Isn't that I might be getting it wrong. Is that from like The Notebook?
No.
Stereo above his head, man?
Yeah.
I was just assuming that was the title of the song.
No. There's like some movie scene where some guy's trying to win a girl back, and he like holds a stereo up to like her second floor window or something like that, playing some song.
It's almost like you had a childhood. It's this close.
It's like you're trying to convince us you did.
This is usually where somebody gets the answer right because I've reminded them of the correct answer.
It is. And frankly, I'm sure our listeners appreciate you giving them this moment of nostalgia. But it sounds like nobody's going to get this one, so I'm going to go ahead and call it boop, boop, boop. The answer I was looking for is Elton John Cusack.
John Cusack. What's that a reference?
I prefer Joan.
I do as well. Yeah, John is not my cup of tea.
Not bad in identity.
True. An R.I.P. to,
Your mother.
Ray Liotta,
Yeah.
who just died a few weeks ago. Mike, the board, I believe, is yours.
B&A 600.
B&A 600.
5,600.
Better ingredients, better pizza, and better than his daughter, who was Lara Croft.
Zach.
Zach,
Papa John Voight.
that is correct.
Wow.
Well done.
Wow.
Can think of wait.
All right, Zach, where are we going? You're choosing the second category here as well.
Oh my goodness. Let's just jump over to the mystery of primetime.
The mystery of primetime. All right. For 100?
100.
All right. This is how many members are in the Trinity.
Katie.
I think Mike.
1.
I'll accept 1. I would have accepted 1 or 3.
3.
1's technically not prime, but for purposes of what we're doing, I hadn't really explained the category, so I'll let that one slip. Mike, the board is yours.
Primetime 200.
Prime time for 200. In 2020, this was the number of days in February.
Mike.
Mike,
29.
that's correct.
300.
300. This is the number of defensive football players on the field.
Katie.
KD.
11.
That is correct. KD, the board's yours.
Let's go diminution for 100.
Diminution for 100. All right, I will give you the quote-unquote shorter version of the name, and you will give me what name that comes from. Dick.
Zach.
Mike.
Zach.
Who is Richard?
That is correct.
Thought you were addressing me.
Diminution for 200.
I'll never tell whether I was or not. For 200. Peggy or Daisy?
Mike.
Mike.
Patricia.
No. Peggy or Daisy?
And Peggy.
No, really. Boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry, the answer is Margaret.
I like the
Almost
I like
said
the boop boop boop.
Boop,
See, I
boop,
think
boop,
of
boop.
Maggie for Margaret, not those.
I had no idea Daisy was a
Yeah.
nickname
Yeah.
from a real name.
Indeed. Whose board is it?
Is that Daisy Ridley's real name?
Unknown.
I believe it's Zach's board.
I mean, if you're an actor or an actress these days, you can have any name.
It's true. Diminution 300.
Martin Sheen, right? Diminution for 300. Jack.
Zach.
Zach.
John.
That is correct.
Diminution for 400.
400. Polly.
Apollos. Polly the Apostle.
You guys are better on the guy names than the girl names, huh?
Kitty.
KD?
Pollyanna.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
That was my guess.
Boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry, the answer is, of course, Mary.
Of course.
Yeah, I wonder why we're better on the guys' names. That's ridiculous.
Girls make no sense.
Zach, the board is yours.
Diminution 500.
500. Buffy.
we all thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Wait, did we? What did we think?
Definitely.
Bufftastic?
Vampire Slayer.
Oh, okay. I'll give you all a hint on this one. Pretend you're saying it like a 2-year-old.
It's guessing on a 500-point question.
Yeah, well, 500 is a little harder. Boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry, the answer, of course, is Elizabeth.
Oh, good thing I didn't.
What?
Whoa.
Nope. There weren't enough nicknames for Elizabeth already?
What are the chances that the answer to the 600-point one is Angelica?
Elle, Liz, Liza,
You should go for
Lizzie, Beth. Betty, Eliza.
Buff,
Going blind, man.
Buffy.
If I got 1,200 points for getting it blindly, then I would.
And for 600.
Let's close it.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right. Nancy.
Are you telling me our grandmother had a different name other than Nancy?
I mean, it's possible that she was just straight up named Nancy.
Straight up.
Her dad was like, "Nah, we're straight up naming her Nancy."
But it's a girl's name, so
Yeah, you guys
It's
went 2 for 2 on the
Eduardo.
guy's name.
there's no way.
Nobody looks like they want to take a guess. Boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry. Of course, the answer is Anne.
Jellica.
Whoa!
No, just Anne. A-N-N.
Who was like,
Wow.
"We need a nickname for that"?
Something longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Let's jump over to more derbs for 100.
More
Well,
derb.
Hey, can we grab a
Biscuits under
score
your
update
nose.
with 2.5 categories gone?
Yeah. How are we doing, Mike?
All right. So KD's at 0 points
I
after
feel
a
great about that.
rough guess. Mike's at 300, and Zach is at 1,100.
Showing us how it's done. All right. You've had no negatives yet, I believe. All right.
I just need to remember that when you're out and ahead, stop running.
When you're out and ahead, stop running.
That's right. Yep.
It's true.
What about when you're behind?
Yep.
You stop running then as well?
Yep.
Is there a time when you don't stop running?
Yeah. Running is horrible.
Never
Anytime.
stopping running?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Never stopping running.
Okay, there you go. More dervs for 100.
Yes.
Here we go. Catching a few winks on the couch before heading up to take a real nap.
Zach,
Zach,
snore derbs.
that is correct.
Oy, yay.
More derbs for 200.
More dervs for 200. Watching a pot boil before going outside to watch grass grow.
Mike,
Mike,
board dervs.
that is correct.
the next one.
The next one. Making your bed before going off to work your
Mike.
job. Mike,
Chore dervs.
that is correct as a housekeeper.
400.
Boo boo, boo 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 boo. Well, that's a daily double or a double double, depending on what you prefer.
Make it a true.
We're truing it.
A true double-double?
Apparently, Chris Hemsworth before Natalie Portman.
What is 4 dervs?
That is correct.
500.
As a first timer, can I just see a demonstration of what a double is real quick?
Would you like to be the object of the double?
No. It's been a mystery, and in my mind, it's looked a lot of different ways. And so, since you brought it up, I feel obligated to ask.
You know, only one of us has ever witnessed a double.
That's true.
I don't feel compelled to respond to your inquiry.
Okay, understood.
It's it's one of those things, right? Like that just now was also one of those things.
Right.
Speaking of double doubles, is there anything else as we take a short aside here that has happened on this podcast that you feel compelled to comment about? Like we're wrong about something, or you sincerely support something we said? What is that?
One thing comes to mind. I just want to extend my personal condolences to the Beefheart family.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they will appreciate that.
Yep.
Can dead people appreciate stuff?
No, the family.
The family,
The family
Mike,
is
the
alive.
family.
The whole family.
We only laugh about the dead people, not their family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vin Diesel would
Friend
be
of
frowning
the
right
friend
now.
of the show, Captain Beefheart.
All right. Mike, the board is yours.
500. More dervs, please.
More dervs for 5. Hitting an errant shot at a groundskeeper on the range before teeing off for 18
Mike.
holes. Mike,
Ooh, 4 dervs.
that is correct.
Me in this category, we just don't.
600.
600. Vikings butchering some livestock to prepare for battle the next day.
Why Vikings? Katie?
Katie,
Gore dervs?
that is correct.
I just thought of that. I was thinking boar dervs again.
I was thinking war dervs, and that's why I was like, why are they Vikings?
Yeah, I mean, I don't exclusively associate Vikings with gore, but I had just had a Thor question, and so I think I had Vikings on the brain.
What about Ogorfit?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go for it. It was a triple spoonerism from Sea Baby.
May he die 1,000 deaths.
No, we love you, Sea Baby.
All right. Well done, KD. That got you some positive points there. The board is yours.
Let's go table toppers for 1.
Table toppers for 1. Sharing a common ancestor with pachinko in the 1700s, 1869 was the first time the game would be mildly recognizable by today's standards with the mainstream introduction of the spring launcher. Flippers weren't introduced until 1947. Zach.
What is pinball?
That is correct.
Whoa. That's a table topper?
What year?
What year what?
1869.
1869 was
Wow.
when spring launchers were introduced.
All right, table toppers, 200.
Did you just
200.
roll them before that?
You shot who in the what now?
You just like roll the ball before that?
It was actually a much bigger game before that, and 1869 was also when it was kind of miniaturized to close to the size that we have today. But it started out as like a...
Plinko.
Yeah, it was bowling balls before that.
I mean, the way they describe it, it kind of was.
Wow.
Yeah. It was yeah. Not as cool as today. But maybe it's cool.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, depending on who got hurt. For 200. An English game imported to America in the 1800s, there are at least 5 different racked game variants played. Zach.
What is billiards?
I'll give that to you. Pool is what I was looking for. Billiards is pretty much synonymous with that. Zach, the board is yours.
300.
300. King Henry VIII played and wagered on this game, which was miniaturized so that it could be brought from cruise ships and retirement homes onto
Zach.
table. Zach,
What is shuffleboard?
that is correct.
Whoa, really?
400.
400. An Olympic sport since 1988, this is one of the most serious tabletop games in the world, also known as Whiff-Waff.
Repeat.
An Olympic sport since 1988, this is one of the most serious tabletop games in the world, also known as Whiff-Waff.
I have a guess for no points.
Same.
Katie looks so much like he wants to guess.
This is usually where I ask for a mid-question score update.
You have 600.
What do the other people have?
More than that.
Mike's at, I think, 2,100, and Zach's at something?
18.
1,800. Boo, boo, boo.
Ping pong.
Ping pong?
Yes, it is ping pong.
Wow.
Darn it.
You all knew it,
Yeah.
and none of you
No,
guessed.
I didn't. Guys, I didn't know it.
Whiff-waff?
Whiff-waff, yes.
Who calls it whiff-waff?
Don't worry about it.
Much more sophisticated than ping pong.
I asked Calvin, what would you call this game? And he said whiff-waff, and so that's what. No, that's not. It's actually on Wikipedia. Continue. Who's bored?
Zach.
500.
Continue.
Go on.
500. Invented in 1921, this game used to be called Babyfoot. Its organizing sports body, the ITSF, was established in 2002.
It's a very well-written clue.
Thanks. But if you don't get it, then maybe it's not.
Well, it's also possible that we've not heard of this.
I think we've heard of it.
You think?
Had
Well,
you-
but clearly the I is international. The F is something like federation. The T is
those are
probably
both
table.
correct.
So it's table something.
Mike.
That starts.
Mike,
Foosball.
that is correct. The International Table Soccer
Soccer.
Federation.
Thank you, KD.
You're welcome.
Well done. Mike, the board is yours.
Tabletop for 600.
Tabletop for 600. In the 1940s, conveyor technology for moving heavy boxes over table surfaces led to the development of this game, which gained its first governing body in the 70s.
What are you guys thinking?
I'm sorry, I won't return the
What are
favor.
you thinking? Because you need to
Well-
start thinking.
Well, I'm thinking. I mean, conveyor technology would just, be a conveyor belt like we think of it. But like, what kind of game has?
But why over table surfaces?
That's true. And how would they develop a game out of it, like for consumers, without needing? I don't think they would need electric power for it.
But there's also a different conveying mechanism for table surfaces. But I don't know what that has to do with a game either. A table topper. Can you please repeat? No, never mind.
Don't repeat. Just boop us.
Boop. The answer is air hockey.
Ah.
Yeah.
Huh.
They used to have very large holes that they would put big ball bearings in, and then the big boxes would press down on the ball bearings and have small openings that the air would
cool.
come out of and help be able to glide
Yeah.
the boxes over the surface.
That is super cool.
All right. Category and a half left. Where do we stand, Mike?
Well, we stand with KD at 600 points. Zach's got 1,800 points, and Mike came back with 2,600.
Wow.
With a big shout out to KD for that last one.
And Mike, I believe the board is yours.
Let's go prime time for 400.
Prime time for 400. There are officially recognized this many stages of grief.
Zach,
Zach,
what is 7?
I'm sorry. That is incorrect.
Kitty,
KD,
5.
that is correct.
Whoa, I thought it was 7 as well.
I just know that one is bargaining.
All right. KD, the board is yours.
Prime time for 5.
Prime time for...
Prime team for 5.
Oh, your dad made an appearance there for a second.
Actually, his voice sounds like this.
Wow.
Was that your uncle?
It's an honor. Wow.
For 5. There are this many pairs of chromosomes in the human body.
Zach,
Zach,
23.
that is correct.
600.
600. There are this many first-generation Pokemon.
Catch them all?
All.
That is
I don't even know what magnitude I should be
big,
at.
huge, fat no for me, dog.
I'm proud not to know the answer to this question.
Boo, boo, boo. I'm sorry. The answer is 151.
Yeah, I was going to say like 19.
Would Andy have gotten that? Would anyone have gotten that?
I
That
would
has
have
friends?
I would have known the ballpark, but I probably would not have known the answer.
Okay. Zach.
Exact.
All right, let's go guest filter nursery rhyme edition for 100.
Here we go. You know the muffins. Adam Muffin. Adam
Zach.
Muffin. Zach.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
That is correct. Adam Muffin. Adam Muffin. You know the muffins. Who lives in Drury Lane?
Oh, guest filter.
You know the muffins.
I should have started with a 600 question. 200.
200. Warm crossbred.
Mike.
Kitty. That was Mike.
Mike.
Hot cross buns.
That is correct. Warm crossbred. 1%. 2 pounds. Warm crossbred. If you do not have daughters, give them to your children. 1%. 2 pounds. Warm crossbred.
Give the hot cross buns to your children.
That's uncomfortable.
Guest filter 300.
300. My body is in the sea. My Bonnie is
Kitty.
in the KD.
My Bonnie lies over the ocean.
That is correct. My Bonnie
Well
is
done.
in the ocean. My body is in the sea. Oh, give me back my fire.
I don't know that one.
My Bonnie lies over the ocean.
How did you know that?
Just from the song.
Like, I chose this category specifically
From
not
his
for
childhood.
Probably because it sounds like it's from Abraham Lincoln's childhood.
Probably.
you. All right. Your board, KD.
Guess for 6.
For 6. All right. Brother Jack. You sleep, you smash the beds. Smash the beds. Pang, tang, dong, ding, tang, dong. That old tang dong.
That's it?
Yeah.
Repeat.
Brother Jack. You sleep, you smash the beds. Pang, tang, dong, ding, tang, dong.
There's a song,
Yes.
but I don't think it's about this. It's like a doo-wop song
Is
from the
anything
50s.
about this?
Boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry, the answer is Frere Jacques,
Whoa.
which is a French
Yeah.
nursery
Wow.
rhyme.
Ding, dang,
So,
dong.
so instead of
Ding,
starting
dang,
English and
dong.
going into guess, I started French and went into guess.
Ooh.
And I had to come back to English at the end. Yeah. Not sure what that one's about, really.
So that
Ding dang dongs.
Oh, yeah. Smash those beds. KD, the board is yours.
guess for 5.
For 5. Hi, Didle. Cat and Violet the cow jumped from the moon. The dog laughed at such pleasure. A bowl of food left. Hi, Didle. Cat and Violet the cow jumped from the moon.
Zach.
Zach.
Hickory dickory dock.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Hi, Didle. Cat and Violet the cow jumped from the moon.
I'm on spin.
The dog
dreidel.
laughed at such pleasure. A bowl of food left.
What is this called? You don't know what this is?
No. I'm sure I've heard of it. Translate it for me.
Okay, big ol' hold on. Called.
Big ol' hold on called.
Translate this for me.
Wait, that's an option?
It comes in pints.
Translate this for me. I'll help you.
I know the first 3 words
What are they?
and some of the middle words. Is that the title of the nursery rhyme?
I will think out loud. You know me. So get my brain wheels turning.
Brain wheels keep on turning.
Can you please repeat the clue?
Yeah. Hi, Didle. Cat and Violet, the cow jumped from the moon. The dog laughed at such pleasure. A bowl of food left.
Mike.
Cow
Jumped over the moon.
I'll give that to you.
Ah, what? You were going to give that? I would have said that. Man.
The answer I was really looking for is Hey Diddle
Diddle
Diddle.
Diddle.
Yeah. But you knew Hey Diddle Diddle, I'm sure of it. So, again, the titles to things kind of bug me sometimes, and I would have known that as Cow Jumped Over the Moon.
Umbrage.
You're taking umbrage with me?
Yeah.
Because you think I should have stuck to Hey Diddle Diddle, which I found on some random site on the internet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done enough, definitive research to know that is the title of that nursery rhyme.
So would any of the other answers, if we had just said another line?
The little dog laughed to see such a sport probably would not have worked because it doesn't seem mainline enough to have been the title.
Do you know other lines to Frere Jacques?
I didn't even know that one.
There's Smash the Beds.
Yeah.
Ding dang
Yeah,
dong.
Ding Dang Dong was my favorite
Yeah.
line. Yeah.
All right, Mike, the board is yours.
400, please.
All right, good. Rub, bend, bend. Rub, bend, bend.
Zach.
Oh.
Zach,
Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub.
that is correct.
Wow.
I was going to say head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
3 men in the bathroom. Who do you think they are? Butcher, bakery, chandeliers. Everything is good for the sea.
True.
Wow.
Very true.
All right. Well, that clears the board. Where do we stand at this point, Mike?
All right, going into Final Jeopardy, we've got everyone with points. KD has 1,300. Zach has 1,900. Mike has 3,300.
Hey, it's a game.
It is a game.
It is a game.
What's our category?
Your final category is, of course, volcanic fatalities.
You know what's a mind-blowing fact that I learned from you guys?
Ooh, please tell.
That for 22 years, a samurai could fax Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
I don't think I'll ever look at the world the same.
Yeah. And the only reason it was shorter, obviously, is because Abraham Lincoln was assassinated.
Right.
But because
When samurai were around to 1870?
it was like another 5 or 8 years or something like that it could have continued.
Wow.
Anyway,
What do you think they would have faxed him?
don't go to the play.
I mean, I probably would have just stuck with I'm a samurai.
That's the best news
And then Abe Lincoln's like, what's a samurai?
I bet he knew of the samurai.
You think?
Yeah.
Japan was kind of a mystery
Is it still?
in a way.
Except for what we know about fax machines and KFC.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Especially at Christmas. All right. I have all of your wagers in, and so we're going to move forward with the question here. Final Jeopardy, volcanic fatalities. In the last 400 years, approximately 2/3 of deaths caused by volcanic eruptions have been in this modern-day country.
Oh, I hate that KD immediately went to his whiteboard.
Maybe he's writing options. He only wrote one option, and he circled it.
I did.
You know, he knows
He has the lowest number of points, just so you're aware.
he knows the shape of Namibia.
Is that a brand of soap?
I know what Namibia is, but I couldn't have told you the shape of
Namibia for men.
it. Not bad.
Thanks.
Country.
I did not write Namibia.
Is that
Hey,
Namibia?
that's a clue.
You can.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
is
and
a
that's not
clue.
196 countries. At 197.
Is that how many there are? In
Depends on
modern
who
day?
you ask.
I'm asking you.
China.
That's
China.
That's a
Sometimes
country.
I just missed the way he said China.
No, I'm saying that I'm asking China. How many are there?
Oh, you're asking China how many there are?
Yeah.
One.
There's only one that matters.
One eventual country. I have my answer, Your Honor.
Zach, you got an answer written down over there?
I do.
Okay. Well, as always, we come down to a nail biter here in the guest room. In the last 400 years, approximately 2/3 of deaths caused by volcanic eruptions have been in this modern-day country. KD, with 1,300 points, said Indonesia. He wagered 12.97 and is up to 25.97 because he got it right. Zach answered Greece and lost all of his points, down to a big fat 0. And Mike said Indonesia and wagered 600, taking him to 3,900 and a well-deserved win. Well done, Mike.
Good job, Mike.
Thank you.
Well done.
Sirs. I can't say I knew that,
I can. You wrote it.
You wrote it down.
but I guessed it. And that's what we do here on the Guest Room Podcast.
Why did you guess it?
Well, I've heard of the Ring of Fire.
You fell into it?
And I know that there's a bunch of
Mike, that's a song.
volcanic activity
That's all it
in
is.
the South Pacific. Okay. And Indonesia is a lot of islands. So it just made sense.
Good call.
Yeah.
Zach, man, 0 points in your first showing
I had
on
to
the Guest Room
go.
Podcast.
I
Big
was
or go
worried.
home.
I was worried that you were going to come in here and win your very first recorded episode.
Yeah, there was like 1.8 categories in. I was like, oh, crap. He can't.
Well, he drew first blood, and I believe he was ahead for most of the game, at least the first half of the game.
That would have made me very uncomfortable.
If you had won?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I wanted to. I didn't throw that. I kind of went big.
You
But
did go big.
But instead you went home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about volcanoes, so it wasn't like I heard the category and got a bunch of confidence. I just kind of thought man, I don't know if they'll ever have me back. So I got to go for this.
So I've got to guess
You know?
Greece.
Yeah.
Because
I've
he
got-
talked about John and Olivia Newton in the first question. John
Exactly.
Travolta and Olivia Newton.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Connected those two.
Right.
Nope.
No.
But-
well, thank you, Kevin. That was there was some fun on that board to be had.
I'm just trying to change it up.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
More Derbs was great.
Oh,
I
thank you.
really enjoyed. It's amazing how much enjoyment you can get just adding Derbs to the end of every.
In fact, I might do that the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of fun. Hey, listeners, we played a game other than a Jepisode during this episode. It was called the Secret Phrase Game. So if you think you know who uttered the secret phrase, please send your guess to theguestroompodcast@gmail.com. If you're right and you sent in your guess within a week of this episode airing, you will get entered into a drawing. And at the end of the month, the lucky winner will get some Guest Room branded merch. Now, I just saw, it had been a while since I had logged on there and viewed our merch. I just saw the Detroit's Dark shirt premiere. Pretty good.
Yeah.
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 It
It's
comes
good.
in
It's good.
mauve, I saw. I might order a mauve Detroit's
Is mauve
Dark shirt.
different than taupe?
I believe so.
I'm opposed to colors that sound like both of those words.
Oh, okay. You're just against them.
Yes.
Yeah, I think taupe is kind of a poopy beige color, right? Am I wrong? What's taupe?
I have no idea.
Mauve is like a light version of what you're wearing.
Ah, okay.
But isn't that one of those English language things? Shouldn't it be top and mauve or taupe and mauve? Aren't they both AU words?
They are both AU, consonant E. That's interesting.
Wait, it's not spelled toupee?
Toupee is
You
spelled
spell
toupee.
Oh.
Hey, also, if you want to keep us guessing, you can join the guest list by finding us on patreon.com/theguestroompodcast. There are multiple tiers, and with those tiers, you can
Those and the tears of your enemies.
you can find all kinds of ways to have fun, interact with the show. You can support us. You can give us content. You can listen to exclusive episodes that only come to your feed with slanty red letters all over them.
all up in there. Yeah.
Oftentimes when my kids ask, what's for dinner or what's for breakfast or whatever the question may be about food, I tell them that tears of their enemies is what they're having.
How do they respond?
Dad, no. Something like that.
Also, we are conducting the drawing for the month of May, the real SPG. What are we calling it?
The Notorious
the Notorious SPG. My apologies.
Yeah.
Notorious SPG secret phrase game. Correct guesses.
Did Zach have any correct guesses?
I don't see Zach's name on here. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like how he had 0 points in the J episode as well.
He did have 0 points. Did he play?
There's no evidence.
I don't remember. Hey, well,
It's cool, guys. It's fine.
Can't wait to come back.
we're gonna give a shout out to some of the folks that did get correct answers. Do you guys want to do that first, or should we announce the winner?
Let's do that first. Build up the drama.
Yeah, drama. I love drama.
All right. So, on my board, I've got the names of Jason, Julie, Shannon, Connor, Garrett, Allison, Ben, Tim, Hudson. What did I write there? Aaron and Matthew. All of you got correct, at least one correct submission to the secret phrase game.
Up to 3.
Yeah, that's right. Some people had up to 3 correct, and you do get a new submission for each correct secret phrase guess. Now, after running this through our favorite non-sponsor website, random.org.
Random.org, we love you.
We
Friend
do.
of the show.
It's really not surprising that they haven't reached out to support us because they get as much publicity as they want from our podcast without them paying us.
That's right.
That's true. And that's fine.
But with a quick little drum roll coming from Kevin. Oh, you don't disappoint with your sound effects. Matthew, you are May's big winner for the SPG.
He's been champing at the bit for this win.
Speaking of big, let us know your size and what kind of merch you want, and we will send that to your. He could be any size.
He's a tall guy.
We'll send that to your address. So let us know. You want a sticker? You want a sweatshirt? You want a mug with heftiest butt royale on it?
That's what we want you to get. That's for sure. We want those out there.
Totes.
Just let us know, Matthew. You know how to get in contact with us. So thank you for playing along. And to the rest of you, congrats. Nice job. You were close. All right. Well, for KD, for Kevin, for our first-timer, Zach, and for Kevin's kids, I'm Mike. And as always, farewell.